it'll probably end up happening either end of this year or Q1 next year. Really excited about this, actually. So it's the carrot I've been dangling in front of Justin for a hot minute. So, and in spirit of North Americans, give a little shout out. Sarah Castillo, wellness athlete of mine today, was on stage. I mean, she looks killer.
Oh, wow.
She was peeled.
Yeah.
So shout out Sarah. She did great. Best look that she's ever brought to a stage. Super happy about it. We didn't get the placing we wanted. She's going to be in the top 5, but which is still obviously, you know, the whole don't miss premise actually came about first call-outs.
Mm-hmm.
That was the original thought behind the whole don't miss thing. It was because Matt and I had a conversation about, like, hey, your goal is to never miss a first call-out with your national level people. And so far, I haven't. In 2.5 years with Camp Jansen, it'll be 3 years in November, haven't missed a first call-out with anybody that I brought to a national show. And that's because we have a standard. So the Don't Miss crew has represented extremely well at North Americans. Matt had his middleweight guy win his class, so he won open middles. Did not get the pro card, unfortunately, because it's top 4 in the overall. Cameron had Elias McCall win the supers, and then he got his pro card. Dom Kuza had his women's physique masters athlete win 2 pro cards in, like, I think 50 plus and 40 plus, or something like that, or like 45 and 40, I don't know exactly, but she won 2 classes, so she got two pro cards there. And then I had my wellness athlete Sarah get top 5 today. So good representation of the team today, of the team this weekend. And Kuza has a bikini girl going today that definitely should be in the first call out, could potentially be winning as well. So try not to miss any first call outs as a team, just like we did last year. We had 10 athletes compete at North Americans last year. We had 10 first call outs, 5 pro cards. So it was, and this year we have 3 pro cards so far, but not as many athletes. So 3 pro cards, I think, on 5 athletes. It's a pretty darn good ratio. So things are going well. Oh, and Kuza had a master's bodybuilder that got 3rd in his class as well. So again, another one. No one's missed. So we take that shit serious. Serious.
Two. 1. Get it up. All right.
Come on, big guns, big guns. Okay, 3, 2. One more. One more. Squeeze. Justin got his first cheat meal of the amateur Olympia prep. So we depleted hard for 2 weeks. Got him down like 12 pounds in 2 weeks, basically. This past week he lost 9 pounds. So I just wanted to get the weight off and bring him down because, again, we're gonna try and sneak into heavies again. Granted, I've told him this already that if the look is there and you're a super, then we're going on stage as a super. I'm not gonna kill the look just to try and make 225. But to bring the conditioning in even a little sharper than what we did at USA's, which was, again, by far the best that he's had, which I know that we can even push it a little bit more, we shouldn't have a problem making weight. So, but filled him up today. That's why he looks so big. And
Damn.
gonna get after it. He's a phenomenal spot for like 8 weeks out. I'm like super happy about it. So, again,
Right where we're going to be.
Yes, sir.
strong, full, like well within striking distance of conditioning, with like a lot of variables to play with. Like we literally just started stepping on the gas yesterday, and realistically, I gave him a high carb day and a cheat meal yesterday, so it's like today's really the day that we actually stepped on the gas.
93 octane.
One more. Okay.
Drop.
Just micro drops, one plate. Oh, 5.
3, 4.
Push. Okay.
3. Yep. 1, 2. Last one. All right.
Getting huge already.
Huge.
Porterhouse special.
Yeah, that big ass steak y'all
I
have.
am very, very pleased with how the reverse diet's been going. I'm not having any cravings, and my appetite's super high. My stomach health feels great. The only thing I wish I could do better is sleep. I wish I could sleep more. I go to bed, like I get like 7 hours, but then I wake up at 5:30, sometimes 6:30 at the latest, and then I'm just like, get up and start the day. And it's like, but I don't weigh myself until 7:30. Like, that's my time. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get up yet because I don't want to like just sit around. I can't have my coffee yet. I can't drink any water. So
I'm gonna experiment with the mouth tape and the nose strip for my CPAP.
I want to just start wearing a nose strip and see if that helps me sleep better. Like, because it lifts a little. Yeah. Because I can't do the CPAP. I can't. I'm trying. It suffocates me. Drop. One down. Good now. Good. 2 more. One more. Squeeze. It's like a micro drop set where it's just like one plate, so it doesn't feel any lighter in your hands when you like pick the weight back up, but it is lighter, and it's just a way for us to like slightly extend the set. We're not trying to like do 20 reps, then drop the weight, then do 20 more. It's like not like that. He did 10, 5, 5, and then I had to help him pretty much with all of the last 5. So basically he did 20 reps on his own, and I pushed him for another 5. With, you know, micro rests in between as he's resetting the weight. But again, arms, I feel like our muscle groups, they're small muscle groups, so trying to be like wildly progressively overloading them, especially with load, I just feel like it doesn't lead to muscle growth, it leads to elbow issues for the most part. So we've just been crushing blood volume with that, and both of us have seen really good results in the last like 6 weeks or so that we've been really hammering arms. So that's what today's mostly. We didn't even get into this yet, but obviously now we'll do it. So we are on Saturdays, we're treating this as like just an upper body accessory pump day with primary focus of arms. So we're starting with biceps, we're gonna do triceps, and then we'll hit medial delt, and we'll do a teres. So like more, because the way we've kind of thought about it is we're trying to envision that front double and that front relax. Those are the 2 most judged poses that you're ever gonna hit on stage. Because first impression, most judged pose is the front double. So we're working on areas that for specifically today is like, how can we make these 2 poses better? Well, we need more of everywhere up front. So that's the essence of today. So teres, medial delt, and arms. And then I will do a little bit of a chest pump because I'm lacking there. So like I just want to fill it up with blood and try and keep it as full as possible. I got a great idea. Feel like shit. Goal is to get this horseshoe fully striated in 8 weeks.
Oh, see a lot of guys say this, but spend time in each end range. So there and there. When I used to train when I was younger, I would just do this. But if you spend time in those end ranges, I feel like you get a lot more out of the weights that you use. You don't have to go as heavy. Always try to find ways to make the weights harder. Yeah.
Ah.
Cramping.
My traps were cramping a little bit. And here we were saying last night, like, we should do more shrugs. Both gonna have our traps like this.
Yeah, I cut off the collar to one of the Raw shirts because those shirts are real tight around my neck. So it's like this old Dorian style t-shirt and the traps were poking out of it. We were like, huh, we have traps, we should train them.
I'm like, we haven't done a shrug in fucking 2 years.
I'm gonna do it like this. I think this will take the alleviate. My chest got sore. More sore on my chest now.
Finish.
Oh. Yeah.
you hold on to dumbbells that long, and it's just like
God damn.
fucking crazy pump. Ah. It's funny, the worst part about it is this is my better of my 2 forearms, but it's covered in tattoos, so it doesn't look as impressive.
I have no tattoos.
Damn those tattoos. It's all good, I don't regret any of them. I wish I had more. Tattoo my neck. I know it's hard to feel.
Let's spot you.
Oh. Get yourself full. Bring your hand. That's exactly what you want. This is perfect. Okay. Always under control. So I had him adjust mid-set because I wanted him to get into a better positioning to actually make the movement harder. So instead of him being really wedged in and under and then pulling like this, I wanted him to slide back and pitch himself slightly forward so he was pulling at an angle and he could stay completely upright, huge here. Just here. Again, I'm only trying to have us really hit the teres, so the top, basically the top part of our lats. There's teres major and teres minor. So, but for simplistic purposes, it's easy teres. So again, with what we talked about before, we want to try and build up that front double and front relax. Well, the way you get that flare is from having very developed teres. Now, obviously bigger lats will also aid that, but big teres will aid it more. Now, any back shots that we're doing, we need big lats. So again, today's purpose is to try and really improve upon our front double and front relax shots that both he and I need to improve on. Okay. If you do this right, you should feel an incredible burn right in your armpit. Like in the front and back part of your armpit. That's where you should feel, because this is the muscle group that we're working. This one right here. So when I say lat and teres, put your arm down. Teres, lat. That's what I'm referring to.
Anatomy and physiology.
Yeah.
There you go.
When you hit
101.
when you see somebody that's very developed and also really conditioned, when you slide back, Jay. There you go, right there. When you see somebody who's very developed and very conditioned, and they hit a back double bicep, you can see the split. There's literally a line that comes right across here. And that's the separation between the teres and the lat. Again, there's teres major, teres minor. I'm not trying to get super technical here. Again, there's a separation. You can see it. It's right there. They hit that back bubble, and even can sometimes see it on the lat spread. You can see the clear separation in the two muscle groups. An extreme stretch, which is just an iso hold with the weight pulling me into the stretch position. I'll hold this as long as I can. After a certain point, Justin will kind of try and help me fail a little faster, and he'll just start slowly pushing down. But you know, our goal is to hold this as long as we can. And I feel like the longer you can hold this, the more benefits you get. So shooting for about a minute, 45 seconds to a minute or so, or as long as you can really hold on to, and then you just work your way up to that. So you can be progressive with your extreme stretches as well. I'm definitely not going to make it a minute as my grip is failing and I don't have my straps on, but I'm still going to get the most I can out of this.
Almost made it.
But for future reference, guys, wear your straps for your extreme stretch. Makes a huge difference. That way you're actually hitting a failure point on the area that we want, as opposed to my forearms like ripping off my bone. All right, well that wraps it all up. So this is our Saturday schedule. So we're doing things a little bit differently. Previously we were always doing like 2 days on, 1 day off, and it was like a very strict PPL split, where every other leg day was either quads or hamstrings. So now we've switched it up a little bit. So we're still hitting legs twice a week. So we have a hamstring day and a quad day, but then we have a full push day, we have a full pull day, our 2 leg days, and then we have this day, which is like an upper body pump day. Like we said, we're hitting teres here, we're hitting delts, we're hitting a lot of arms, and then I'm gonna hit a little bit of a chest pump, basically just a couple sets of flies, and then that's it. We do some extreme stretching on this day, and then we get out of here. So like, for example, like we've trained for 75 minutes today, and that's as much as we need to on a day like this, where it's definitely higher volume, a lot higher volume than what typically is. Like rep scheme's higher, weights are lower, total number of working sets are higher. Again, the goal is blood volume, so we're trying to push as much blood as we can into each individual muscle group. So that's why we allow ourselves to bump up the volume just a little bit. So usually it's pretty much we add basically 1 more working set over what we typically would do per exercise. So this is the schedule that we're going to stick with and we're going to run with for as long as it keeps working. It's working very well. I'm really enjoying this for my rebound. As again, I'm trying to slowly work my way back into some of the heavier lifting. It's working really well for Justin and his physique. And right now, we've tailored our training split to coincide with what we need for him right now. Again, I'm not really full in an off season. I'm just kind of working my way back. He is coming down and, you know, again, going for a pro card win at the Amateur Olympia. So his needs right now are a little bit more of a priority than mine. So that's why we tailored it this way, but it's working really well for me as well. And I can see us doing this probably for the foreseeable future. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace out. Bye.